Hello, everyone. How are we doing today? Hope everybody is having a lovely Friday morning. We are going to be doing a fitness Q&A. So this is a Q&A session. Bring your questions, and we're going to take some time getting them answered. Want to make sure that everybody is set up to have a successful Friday, then a successful weekend to make sure we're able to get to these goals. All right, so let's do it. Let's do this. We got a lot of people. Dang, it's a lot of people in here already. That's crazy. We got people on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Okay, so let's get into this. The first question I'm seeing is, how do I lose weight? I wish you could be a little bit more descriptive. Now, guys, the more descriptive you can be with these questions, the better I can answer it. Because there's many ways to lose weight. You just got to eat less than you burn. So be a little bit more specific. Carb overload when losing weight. What do you think? What do you mean carb overload? Will you lose weight faster if you walk twice a day instead of once? Yes, you will. Thoughts on CrossFit? CrossFit is solid. How has your cut been and how many weeks have you been going? My cut has been good. I've been going for about 3 weeks now, down 6 pounds. So it's been going good. Thoughts on the ketogenic diet? It's cool. And keto diet is cool. I'm a 47-year-old female trying to lose 15 pounds. What do I need to do? You got to get on the meal plan and start doing some cardio. So what does your current meal plan look like? Matter of fact, actually, I'm going to allow some of you guys to come up here. And you can ask me questions like face to face. So give me 1 second. Join me live. All right. So if you're on Instagram, you can click the link in my bio and then click the button that says join me live. And then you can come up here and you can ask your questions. That'd be better. You get this because the more details you give about what you're doing, the more I can tweak it. So if you have questions, you can come up here or try to ask your questions as specifically as you can in the comment section. How to maintain intermittent fasting. I don't even understand what that means. What do you mean? How do you maintain intermittent fasting? I have a question. What's your question? How can you gain arm fast? I don't know what that means. I want to burn my chest. Do you mean you want to lose chest fat? So get on the meal plan, start doing some cardio. I'm skinny fat. What should I do? If you're skinny fat, you can either focus on building muscle or you can focus on losing body fat first, and then you can focus on building muscle. Not to compare myself, but another fitness creator went from 285 to 230 and was already fit and built. We are the same height. What am I doing? I don't understand what that means. Not to compare myself, but another. Yeah, I don't understand what that means. I only eat eggs and mostly vegetarian. How do I lose eat? Can I eat bread once a day? You should start tracking your calories. That's number one. Make sure that you're in a calorie deficit. But you can eat bread once a day. That's what I would do. I would limit my starch consumption to 1 time a day. Best way to return to the gym. I dealt with SIBO for almost a year. SIBO, what does that mean? What is that again? Let's see what SIBO is. Small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. All right. I stopped going due to loss of energy and excessive what? Excessive doctor appointments to deal with dysbiosis. I still have stomach distension. Best way to return to the gym. Just do what you can. Start slow and just do what you can. What am I doing wrong? I went from 285 to 2:30 as well. I have a question. Let's see. Is cardio after weightlifting necessary? It's not necessary, but you should do it. It'll help you lose weight a little bit quicker. So if you've been dieting, if you've been trying to lose weight and you're not seeing any results, the two things to look at is your diet. And if you can't get tighter on your diet, like meaning get a little stricter on your diet, then you should start doing some more cardio, because the more you move, the more calories you burn. Can you please help me with a weekly timetable? I want to build muscle. What does that mean? How do I get a six-pack? You get a six-pack by losing the body fat that you have. And then once you get lean enough, you will see your six-pack. All right. Now, how do you lose the body fat that you have? You have to eat in a calorie deficit. Now, what would I do if I wanted to lose body fat and get a six-pack? I'd start doing some cardio every day, and I would clean up my diet. So I would just eat. I would basically cut out most of the carbs that I was eating. I would cut out all of the snacks, all of the fried foods, and I would just be eating this protein and vegetables basically for every meal and a little bit of fruit. Why? Because that would have me in a calorie deficit. All right. I'm in a calorie deficit and I do cardio, but the scale isn't moving. You're only losing inches. Okay, so that's good. Just keep up the good work. You could be building muscle and losing fat, but also you got to give yourself enough time to see the weight loss. All right, like I said, if you want to come up here and ask me questions, you can. Just click the link in my bio if you're on Instagram. So if you're on Instagram, just click the link that's in my bio and you can come up here and ask questions. All right. Love your content. I'm trying to follow your recommendation to lose a lot of weight fast. Shake for breakfast, chicken and vegetables for lunch and dinner. Is it counterproductive to eat so under maintenance? Is it counterproductive to eat so under maintenance? Dale W, what do you mean? If you are doing a protein shake for breakfast, chicken and veg for lunch and dinner, you'll lose weight. What do you mean by counterproductive? We got Jay Jackson in here. What's up, brother? How do I get back in shape for boxing within a month because I hurt my knuckle? What do you mean by get back in shape? Do you mean you want to lose body fat, or do you mean you want to get your cardiovascular capacity up, meaning you want to not get winded as easy? What do you mean by that? Oh, okay, we got Mary coming up. What's going on, Mary? Just do me a favor and turn your camera so I can see you. Ardelius is in here. What's up, man? How do I build my glutes and lose belly fat at the same time? To lose belly fat, you just got to lose body fat. When you lose body fat, right, the belly will go. And if you want to build your glutes, you know, do your squats, your lunges, do those exercises that's going to build your glutes. Can you follow me back, please? No. Weight dropping, no change in body. Am I doing something wrong in the gym? Possibly not. The issue could be that you're just not losing enough weight. Like, you're not really going to see a difference in the mirror if you've only lost like 5 pounds. You know, you have to be consistent with it. I just woke up. I'm about to eat 4 eggs, steak, and yams. I don't know what that is. The AM about to go to the gym is a great way to start my day. Ardelia says, I'm about to do my 1 hour on the Stairmaster. All right. Shamir, what's going on? I think your content is very straightforward and motivating. When I eat around open Instagram, then there is you. This in veg, that in veg. Keep it up. I appreciate that. I'm a beginner. I'm a beginner. What advice do you have for me? Well, tell me your goal. Hello, Mary. Mary, can you hear me? I see your chat. I see your I see the question that you put in the chat. How late can you eat? I work late hours and want to know how late can I eat if I want to lose belly fat. So how late you eat doesn't matter. It matters like what you eat. If you're following a meal plan strictly and you are only eating what is on your meal plan, you can eat as late as you want and you'll be fine. How do I plan my meals, lunch and dinner? If I only eat eggs, I don't eat breakfast. I break my fast at noon. Fasting time is 9 p.m. to 1 p.m. the next day. Thanks. How do I plan my meals, lunch and dinner if I only eat eggs? I don't eat breakfast. So just eat eggs and vegetables. So I would do 2 eggs. No, I would do 2 cups of egg whites and like 3 eggs with 4 cups of vegetables for my lunch. And I'd eat the same thing for dinner. That way you're going to get in at least 120 grams of protein. So that's what I would do. Somebody said cardio wise. If you asking a question, ask it in one thing, because if you break up your question, it gets like separated by other comments, and I see when people join it, so it gets confusing. So try not to do it like that. Why do you have to track everything you eat, bro? To answer that, let me read the whole question first. The secret is to simply eat less and discipline yourself. Don't waste your time or money by an arrogant dude, man. So the reason why you should, well, you don't have to do anything, but the reason why you should track everything that you eat, especially if you're a beginner, is because you want to make sure that you are eating less calories than you burn. That is going to ensure that you are in a calorie deficit, and that means you're going to be losing body fat. If you're just guessing, it's very easy to eat too many calories. So that's the reason why you want to track it. Now, it's true, if you just simply eat less calories than you burn, you'll be losing weight, but you're not going to be sure that you're eating less calories than you're burning if you're not keeping track of it. Now, you could follow my advice and just eat chicken breast and vegetables 3 times a day, no snacking at all. You do an hour of cardio, and you will guaranteed be in a calorie deficit. But if you want to know how it actually works, and if you want to have more variety when you're trying to lose weight, then you definitely need to track the calories that you're eating. It's a skill that everybody should have. Now, personally, I don't even track my calories now. Right now, what I do is I just eat chicken breast and vegetables. But you should know how to track your calories. Followed everything you posted. I'm down 91 pounds since December. Keep it up, my brother. Yo, that's good work. I got to pin that. Proud of you. Keep up the good work. Is there a certain point you stop losing body fat? Does it depend on genetics? No. The leaner you get, the slower it happens. So when you get down to like the last 5 to 10 pounds of body fat you got to lose, it's normal for it to take longer for you to continue to lose weight. Like that's normal. Just be more patient. Like when you first start off, you might be losing 5 to 10 pounds a month, but the longer you do it, like when it's down to that last 5 pounds, it might take you 2 months to lose the last 5 pounds. Just be patient. Hello, I've heard of watermelon fast, cabbage fast, eating only that from day to day, like a week. Do you think that can spike weight loss? Okay, so you're asking, would it be wise to do a watermelon fast or a cabbage fast, where you're either only eating watermelon for a week straight or you're only eating cabbage for a week straight? And will that spike weight loss? So will that help you lose weight faster? Yes, it will help you lose weight faster. It will. I wouldn't do it because you're going to lose a lot of muscle as well. And that's unnecessary. You don't have to only eat watermelon. You don't have to only eat cabbage. Will you lose weight? Yeah, you will. Grateful morning. Good morning from Chicago. Good morning. I'm a beginner. I'm 18. I'm 290. So I'm a beginner. I'm 290 pounds and I want to join the Navy. What do I do? Well, if you're trying to lose weight, the first two things that I would do if I was you would be get on the meal plan and start doing some cardio every day. Like if I was 290 pounds and I wanted to drop 100 pounds, the first thing I would do is get on the meal plan. I would just eat. Literally, this is what I would do. I would have a protein shake for breakfast. I would eat chicken breast and vegetables plain for lunch. I'd eat chicken breast and vegetables plain for dinner. And if I needed a snack after that, I would snack on some blueberries or some strawberries. That would be it. That is all I would be eating. And I would be doing at least an hour of cardio every day. I'd wake up in the morning, log in an hour. Probably later in the day, I would probably log in another hour of cardio. I'd walk on the treadmill or use the Stairmaster or the elliptical for my cardio. And that's what I would do if I really wanted to like lose weight quickly. All right. That's going to require a lot of your time that you're going to be dedicating to the gym. But, you 290 pounds, you're trying to drop a lot of weight. So I would just make that sacrifice and get it done. Thanks for responding. I wanted clarity on what to start with. Before SIBO, I was naturally fit. I only worked on legs. I do not know what equipment to start with. So if you want to get started again in the gym, I would say just start slow. Maybe you go to the gym, let's say on Monday, and it's going to be your leg day. Just do some body weight squats, do some body weight lunges. Let's say I'm putting myself in your shoes. I'd go to the gym. I would do 4 sets of body weight squats. Then I do 4 sets of some body weight lunges and then walk on the treadmill for like 10, 15 minutes. Then go home. I'd come back on Wednesday. I might do modified push-ups for 4 sets. And then I would do some sit-ups for 4 sets. Then walk on the treadmill for 15 minutes. And then I would just like repeat that every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'd be exercising. Now, as you get stronger, I would increase the workouts that I was doing. So maybe instead of just doing body weight squats and body weight lunges, now you can add in some leg press, right? Then you add in like some hip thrust. And now you're doing 4 exercises, still going very light on all 4 of them. Now, as you get stronger, now you can start to add more weight to the exercises. So instead of just doing body weight squats, now you're going to do barbell squats. Instead of doing body weight lunges, now you're going to do walking lunges, holding 2 dumbbells. And just as you get stronger, you just go heavier in weight. Instead of doing 15 minutes on the treadmill, you bump it up to 30 minutes. But start slow, like actually have a plan. Start slow. And then as you get stronger, you just add to the plan, make it a little bit more intense. It's funny. The exercises that I do now, like I've been doing for like the last 13 years. The only thing that has changed is now that I'm stronger, I lift heavier on these exercises. Is it good to skip breakfast and only have dinner and lunch? I wouldn't say that it's good. I wouldn't necessarily say that it's good. You could lose weight doing either or. How to keep motivated. You can get a coach. You can get a workout partner. You can weigh yourself every day. You can take progress photos every week. You can stay around people that are very fit, like get fit friends. Stay away from people that do not support you in you reaching your fitness goals. Only follow fitness accounts on social media. Those are some things you can do. Dontrell, what's going on? What about gaining muscle mass? To gain muscle, make sure you're eating enough protein. You want to eat 1 gram of protein for every pound that you weigh. So the way that I like to do that simply is, as a man, go for 9 ounces of a protein source 3 times a day. And as a woman, go for 6 ounces of a protein source 3 times a day. So that can be 6 ounces of steak for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's just an example. And then also you need to be lifting weights as well. So lift weights at least 3 days a week, 4 days a week, and work out hard. I started following you 2 months ago, lost 15 pounds. Good work. Good work. Keep up the good work. What What to drink to help you lose weight? Water, or basically any 0-calorie beverage. So you have water, seltzer water, diet soda, diet juice, tea, coffee, just any type of drink that doesn't have calories in it will be like, it won't make you gain weight. So by proxy, it's good to help you lose weight. Put me in the game, coach. I do 16-hour intermittent fasting and have gone down from a 5x to a 3x. And I normally break my fast with cucumber and celery juice. Can I do that with your diet and still build muscle and lose fat? Yes, you can. You can. So if you're fasting for 16 hours a day, the hours that you are eating, I would eat the meals that like I recommend you eat. Eat a protein source, eat some vegetables, and if you need a snack on some fruit. That'll still have you in a calorie deficit, meaning you'll still be losing body fat, but it'll be giving you enough protein for you to start building some muscle. Let's see. I just want to say thank you for the motivation. I've been following your advice for only 2 weeks now, and I'm seeing and feeling results. Wow. Keep up the good work. I'm happy to hear that. How to get cardio back up for boxing. So what I used to do would be I would go to the gym, right? I get on the treadmill and I would put it at I'd put it at a speed that I could only run at for like 2.5 minutes. And I would run that. So I put on speed 11. I would run that for 2 minutes. And then I would take a 2-minute walk. And then I would turn the speed back up to 11, run for 2 minutes, and then walk for 2 minutes. And I would do 5 rounds of that. That's really good for boxing because it somewhat mirrors like the rounds that you're going to be in for. So you could tweak it. Like you can do 3-minute runs, then, at a fast pace to get your heart rate up to like 180 beats per minute. So use a treadmill. And then you walk for a minute to simulate the rest that you have between rounds. And then you run again for 3 minutes. Then you walk for a minute. But these runs should be hard. Like you should be like gassed when you're doing these runs. Okay. I think your name is Ada or Adam. Thanks for your advice last week. My weight was stuck at 72.3 kilograms for 3 weeks. You told me to keep at it. It worked. Now I'm 70.8 kilograms. Target is 70. Started at 89. Thanks again, bro. Wow. You're welcome. Keep up the good work. What's better, jogging, running, or walking for boxing? Running or sprinting would be better because you're not just trying to do cardio to lose weight. You're doing cardio to improve your cardio capacity. All right, let's see. Very good answering. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. All right, so for everybody, once again, if you want to come up, I can literally dissect what you got going on in your life and help you come up with a specific plan more tailored to you. If you come up here, I can ask you more specific questions and give you more specific answers if you come up. If you're on Instagram, click the link that's in my bio. If you are here, if you are on if you're on YouTube and Facebook, I just put it in the comment section. This is it right here. I've been working out for the last 2 years. I lost 70 pounds. I'm starting to build muscle. Would you share your exercise routine with me? Okay. What are you? A Blue the artist. Are you a man or a woman? Because I'll tailor it slightly. Hello, I'm 58 years old, 5'1", 189 pounds. Help. Okay, well, what's your goal? I would love to help, but what is your goal? I'm assuming your goal is weight loss. Now, I could give you like the advice that I give all the time. Do a protein shake for breakfast. Do a protein and a veg for lunch. Do a protein and a veg for dinner. Only snack on fruit. Do 1 hour of cardio every day. Lift weights 3 times a week. I could give you that advice, and that that is true for you. You're 58, you will lose weight if you take that advice. Like if you start doing that today, you'll lose weight. But if you want something more contextual to you, then maybe you tell me the foods that you like, you tell me what your schedule is. I can help you fit that and tailor that to you a little bit more. All right. Are electrolytes good? Yes, they are. Can you give advice for someone working night shift? What would a meal plan look like if lunch is at 1 a.m.? Would it still be 6 ounces of protein 3 times a day? I am Cat. Yeah, it would. So the meals would be exactly the same. The only thing that would change is the times that you're eating. All right. Literally, the meals would be exactly the same. Like there are times when I was working an overnight job, I still ate my 3 meals a day. I think at the time I was doing a cup of egg whites, 4 ounces of chicken breast, mixed veggies. That was my breakfast. My lunch and dinner was 8 ounces of chicken breast and mixed veggies. And when I was working overnight, I was still eating those meals. I just shifted to, I was just eating overnight now. Now, it can be hard when you're working an overnight job because you're going to be more tempted to want to order fast food, eat more snacks, but you got to resist that temptation. If you can resist that urge to eat that garbage and just stick to your meal plan, you'll be able to lose weight. Right now, it's a sacrifice. When you're trying to lose weight, like you're going to have to do things that you're not used to doing, like, or you might not be comfortable doing certain things like going to bed hungry. You know, sometimes a lot of people here, and you can put in the comment section if this is you, like you can only go to sleep if you feel full. Like you have to eat to kind of put yourself and soothe yourself to go to sleep. Like if you're trying to lose weight, you can't really be doing that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times also when you're tired, you like to snack on things. You can't do that. These are all habits that make it almost impossible to be in a calorie deficit because you're just eating too much food. So you got to be more comfortable with just eating less in the day and not focusing on food as much. All right. I can't lose weight. I got IBS. Anything you can advise me on? I would like to know what you're eating in a day because you can lose weight if you follow a strict meal plan and you get some cardio in. So I would like to know more about your situation. Good morning, Coach Sam. What you can he 6 ounces of protein at each meal? Are you asking what can you eat for the 6 ounces of protein at each meal? So a few good options is chicken breast, chicken thighs, 96% lean ground beef, 96% lean ground turkey. You have ground chicken breasts. You have tilapia. You have salmon. You have top sirloin steak. You have top round steak. You have 2 cups of egg whites. You can do shrimp. So yeah, those are good options as the protein sources. Very uncomfortable to sleep being hungry. Yeah, I feel you. But I'm telling you, once you get over that and you just stick to that meal plan, it's so worth it because that's when you start seeing how you can go from struggling to losing any weight at all to now you're dropping 3 pounds a week, just overcoming that hump. Mm-mm. What advice would you give to a person in their mid 40s who needs to lose 20 pounds? The advice that I would give to a person in their mid 40s who needs to lose 20 pounds would literally to do this. For breakfast, do a protein shake or do 2 cups of egg whites and vegetables. For lunch and dinner, you're going to do 6 to 9 ounces of a protein source. It's any type of meat. You're going to do that with a lot of vegetables. Make sure you're not cooking with any butter or any grease. If you need cooking sprays for the pan, use cooking spray. And if you need a snack on top of that, only snack on a small amount of fruit. Start doing 60 minutes of cardio every single day and lift weights at least 3 days a week. It can be a 30-minute workout. You do that, I could almost guarantee that you would lose 20 pounds in the next 2 months. So that's what I would do. And I would stick to that every single day, even on the weekends. No cheat meals, no excessive snacking. No, you got to be strict and you'll get that done in like 2 months. I appreciate your content and your motivation. I'm 5 pounds away from losing 200 pounds in 2 years. That's crazy. That is crazy. Yo, good job. Good job. Thank you, sir, for all your great advice and great videos. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you. How to get from 81 kilograms to 70 kilograms. Literally, do what I just said. Consuming too much zero Coke is okay for keeping my body leaner. So if we're talking about fat loss wise, you can drink as much Diet Coke as you want. Like, it's not going to, stop you or prevent you from losing body fat. Now, is it healthy to drink an excessive amount of diet soda? Probably not. So just keep that in mind. But if we're talking fat loss wise, you could drink 10 gallons of diet soda and you'll be fine. Can you do 2 protein shakes in 1 meal every day? You could do that as well too. Now, I'll leave the answer at that. Yeah, you can do 2 protein shakes in 1 meal. But why would you do that instead of 2 meals and a shake, or instead of 3 meals? Is it because it's more convenient for you to do the shakes? If that's the case, then that makes sense. How many sets do you recommend if I want to see biceps and triceps muscles without flexing in 8 weeks? So how many? Let's simplify that question. If you want to grow your biceps and triceps, I would train them twice a week, and I would do 8 sets of a bicep exercise and 8 sets of a tricep exercise at bare minimum. And I would take each one of those sets very close to failure. I'd really be pushing myself. Should you weigh your chicken before you cook it or after? The advice that I give, you weigh it after you cook it. Now, I like cooking my food first and then weighing it after, because if you're meal prepping, it's easier for you to weigh the food out that way. Meaning if you cook all of your chicken in bulk, now you have to weigh it out after it's cooked. So that's why I recommend and I give measurements for after the food is cooked. What would you do if you were 440 pounds looking to shed fat and gain muscle? If I was 440 pounds, the most important thing I would start doing is changing my diet. That would probably be like priority number 1. My diet, if I was 440 pounds, would look something like, I'd probably do a protein shake for breakfast, right? And then for lunch and dinner, because you're on the heavier side, you can get away with a little bit more calories than the average person. I would do like 9 ounces of a steak, or of some chicken thighs, or some chicken breasts, any type of meat. I would do a lot of vegetables, and I would still do a small serving of carbs for like lunch and dinner. And as a snack, I would just snack on fruit or Greek yogurt, things like that. I would throw away immediately all the snacks, all the treats, all the sodas and the juice. I would completely throw that away, because if you're in the beginning stages of losing weight right now, your biggest issue is going to be like discipline, discipline and not eating trash. So throw it away and make it very hard for you to eat the foods that you're not supposed to be eating. That's what I would go to my kitchen right now and I would throw away every single snack. The only thing I would have in my kitchen would be some protein powder, some sugar-free almond milk, some chicken breast, some vegetables, maybe some potatoes or some rice, and some fruit and some water. That'd be it. I would set up my environment so that I had no choice but to stick to my meal plan. I would also join a gym, get a trainer, get a coach. I would just put myself in an environment where I had to lose the weight. Can you talk a little about how your coaching plans work? Yeah. So with my coaching, what I do is come in, I give you a meal plan to follow. I give you the workouts to do. And then every single day, I'm checking on you to make sure that you're doing what you got to do. And we set weekly goals. All right. Week 1, Over the next 7 days, we want to drop 3 pounds. So you got to follow this thing exactly to the T. Week 2, we want to drop, let's say, 4 pounds. So now you're going to have to push it with the cardio every day this week. And then, like we set weekly goals. And if I got a wedding coming up, you just let me know, I got a wedding coming up. Okay, cool. This is what you're going to eat before the wedding. This is what you can eat at the wedding. If you got vacation coming up, like, cool. This is what you're going to do on vacation. I want you doing an hour cardio in the morning. I want you eating this for breakfast, this for lunch. Dinner, you can do whatever you want. Just don't go too crazy. And I want you to maintain your weight over the next 7 days since you're going to be on vacation. So that's pretty much how my coaching works. Yep, that's me. How much cardio do you have to do each day to lose weight? How much cardio do you have to do? You can do... So you don't really have to do any cardio, but I would recommend you do like an hour. Like you're somebody who really wants to lose weight, I would do like an hour. And to be honest with you, I like the idea of somebody doing an hour of cardio, especially if it's somebody who's not active at all. And this is how I justify that. So my best friend is a plumber, right? Me, like I work sitting down, like I work from home. I'm sitting down a lot. I remember when I was younger, I went to work with him and it was just so much constant physical activity. I'm like, I probably burnt an additional 1,000 calories just from going to work with you that one day. Now, if I'm very sedentary, just for me to begin to burn as many calories as he's burning, I need to be doing at least 1 hour of cardio. So that's how like I justify that. But most important is definitely going to be the diet. Diet is very important. Is 10 a.m. a good time to go to bed? You probably mean 10 p.m. 10 p.m. is good. As long as you can get in like 7-8 hours of sleep. And the more sleep you can get, the better. A protein rich and veggie meal plan won't make you feel hungry. Your plan works. Okay, Nikki. Oh, thank you for that. Yeah. So if you're eating a meal, right, that is, if you're eating a meal plan, or if you're following a meal plan that is very high in protein, has plenty of vegetables in it, you should not be hungry. If you do get hungry, all you have to do, very simple solution, is increase the amount of protein and vegetables that you're eating. That's it. So if you're eating 6 ounces of ground turkey and 3 cups of broccoli, and you're like, I'm still hungry, then just eat 8 ounces of ground turkey and 5 cups of mixed vegetables. And you shouldn't be hungry. And if you still feel hungry after that, it's not really hunger. It's more so cravings, right? But that'll go away. You'll get used to not eating as much carbs or not eating as much sugar or not eating as much greasy food. And then, you'll get past that and you'll begin to appreciate the food that you're eating now. And that's just something that you have to go through. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. And the good thing about eating a lot of protein and veggies is that it keeps you full and the calories are so low, as opposed to if you're eating food that is like very greasy or very high in carbs, it's not as filling and it has even more calories. I was fasting 6 p.m. to 6 p.m. the next day, and I lost 15 pounds in 2 weeks. Do you have a weight workout plan? What were you doing when you went from 260 to 160? Great content. Yeah, I have a weight workout plan. So what I did to go from 260 down to 160 is the most important thing was the diet. I was eating 2 meals a day. Each meal was a grilled chicken. It was grilled chicken and lettuce. I was going to McDonald's and I was getting the grilled chicken salad. I got the grilled chicken salad with no dressing. I ate that twice a day. Eventually I switched over to just doing my own salad. So it was just, the grilled chicken breast and the lettuce I was making myself. But to get started, I was going to McDonald's getting the grilled chicken breast and the lettuce. This is years ago, though. I don't think they have it anymore. I was eating those two salads a day. I was only snacking on fruit like a few days a week if I really was hungry and I really needed an extra snack. I was also doing cardio twice a day. Now, when I first started, I would jog for 5 minutes in the morning, and then I would jog for 5 minutes at night. And it's funny because that first week, those 5 minute jogs felt so difficult, and I was going so slow. But as time went on, I would slowly increase how long I was jogging for. So I went from doing 5 minutes in the morning to 5 minutes at night to 10 minutes in the morning and 10 minutes at night. Then eventually I was jogging 5 miles in the morning and then 5 miles at night. And I was lifting weights like at least 5 days a week. Like after I did my late night run, I was lifting weights. Now it's funny because the weight was just melting off of me. I was weighing myself every day and I was losing 5 pounds a week. So that was crazy. Yeah, and if I had to do that again, I would honestly do the same exact thing because I got it done in 6 months and I was getting it done so fast. It just kept me motivated and excited. So I would do the same exact thing if I had to do it all over again. Now a weight workout plan, like a weightlifting workout plan, I can tell you what I do now. So on Monday is leg day. I do 4 sets of squats, 4 sets of lunges, 4 sets on the leg press, and then I might do 4 sets of leg extensions and then 4 sets of leg curls. On Tuesday is chest day. So 4 sets on the bench press, 4 sets on the incline bench press, 4 sets of flies, and then 8 sets of tricep extensions. Wednesday is back day. So 4 sets of pull-ups, 4 sets of horizontal rows, 4 sets of lat pull downs, 4 sets of, it's like how do you call it? Like a barbell row, but I do it to focus more on my upper back, not the lats. And then I do 8 sets of bicep curls. Thursday, I just do an hour of cardio, so I don't weightlift that day. Friday is shoulder day, so I do four sets of dumbbell military presses, 4 sets of lateral raises, 4 sets of reverse flies, 4 sets of bicep curls, 4 sets of tricep extensions. And then Saturday, Sunday, just cardio. If I'm bored, I might go to the gym and do some calisthenics, but that's like a plan that I follow now, and you can follow something similar. Hi, help me, please. I'm 46 years old, trying to lose 60 pounds before my birthday in January. I'm presently 265. Do you think it's possible, or am I being too ambitious? I currently do 1,000 plus steps daily. Okay, so you're 46. So let's see how many months that is. So July to August, September, October, November, December. Do I think you can lose 60 pounds in 5 months, 5.5 months? Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. Now, you have to start today. Like, you need to get started literally today. Like, get started with some cardio today. 10,000 steps is cool, but you need a little bit more than that. Keep doing that, but do some cardio on top of that. Your meal plan has to be on point. Like, you need a specific meal plan: breakfast, lunch, dinner, specific snacks. All right. So those 2 things are a non-negotiable, and you should still be lifting weights so that you don't lose muscle while you're losing all of this weight. Because if you don't lift weights, you will lose muscle, and that's not what you want. You're not going to look the way you want to look. You going to look more flat. So the muscle is going to help the muscle is going to help you keep your shape while you lose this weight. All right, so you need to get started ASAP. I would do at least an hour of cardio on top of the 10K steps a day. And the meal plan would be protein and veg for breakfast, lunch, dinner. Maybe you could add a little bit of carbs in for your dinner. So specifically, it could be, let's say, egg whites, eggs, and spinach for breakfast, ground turkey, veg for lunch, salmon, sweet potato, and spinach for dinner. As a snack, do some blueberries, but you got to start ASAP. I follow Coach Sam's advice. Going to bed hungry is definitely a fight, but it's worth it. I usually eat a kiwi before bed. Yep. And Guys, going to bed hungry is hard when you first started because you just built up a habit, most likely, of eating before, like right before bed. When I was younger, I used to do that. Let me eat these Oreos right before bed. Let me eat some cereal right before bed. And when you first change it up, it's difficult. It's like a culture shock to your body, but eventually you get used to it. So don't look at it now as just you doing this to lose body fat. Look at it as, yes, I'm losing body fat, but I'm also creating new habits for myself. Can you lose weight with water with electrolytes in it? Yes, you can. Mm-mm-mm. I go out with my friends to McDonald's sometimes with my friends. What's a good meal to get from McDonald's that have lower calories? I wouldn't be going. See, when you're trying to lose weight, you why would you be going to McDonald's? You know what I'm saying? Now, if they still had the salads and stuff there, then yeah, maybe you can make it happen. But I wouldn't do that. Like I wouldn't go to McDonald's. I wouldn't go out with my friends that was going to order food that I liked that I shouldn't eat if I was really trying to lose weight. I wouldn't do that. I live in New York like you. Do you train people at the gym? Where in New York are you located? No, I don't train people in the gym. What's your take on ab training? Ab training is cool if you're trying to build the ab muscles, but if you're trying to just get a six pack, focus on losing body fat. Good morning. What if you can't eat all your protein? Can I cut it down to half? Just eat as much as you can. I'm using 10-pound dumbbells to tone and sculpt my body. Should I go up to 15 pounds or should I include more reps? 10 pounds sounds like it's very light. So without knowing you, I would just say go up to 15 pounds. 10 pounds that seems very light. Can I lose 30 pounds by my B day in October? So August, September, October. Yeah, that's 3 months. You can lose 30 pounds by then. Same thing with you. Like you have to, when you say you want to lose 30 pounds in 3 months, it sounds like you have a lot of time. It really does, but you don't. You like if somebody said they wanted to lose 30 pounds in the next 3 months, then that means this time next week, like next week, Friday, they need to be down 3 pounds by then. Like you need to start now. I'm saying that's why I don't even really like setting 3 month goals by itself. I like setting the 3 month goal, but also setting a weekly goal because if you don't start now, you push it off, and then before you know it, you have 1 month to go, and you can only lose like 10 pounds in a month. Maybe 15 if you go really hard. But then if you keep putting it off and then you got 3 weeks, it's like you're not really going to give yourself enough time to see any change. Even if you do lose 10 pounds, 10 pounds only looks like a big difference on people that are already in shape. Like if you're already very fit looking and you already look good and you lose 10 pounds, everything will just pop a little bit more. But yeah, you got to start ASAP. Is Zumba considered cardio? Yes, it is. Instead of walking on the treadmill, if you wanted to do Zumba, you could. Send me your link so I can start with you today, please. If you're on Instagram only, right, on Instagram watching this, you can comment the word coach here or click the link in my bio, and a link will get sent out to you automatically. If you're on, what's this, Facebook and YouTube watching this, I will send you a link in the comment section that you can fill out. All right. So I just dropped the link to book a call today in the comment section on Facebook and YouTube. If you're on Instagram, just click the link in my bio or comment the word coach on the live and it gets sent out to you. Can you just do meat and fruit instead of meat and veggies? Yeah, you can. You can. Like if you wanted to eat chicken breast and strawberries, you could. Can I replace rice with quinoa? Yes, you can. Hi, it's Annalise again. Do I speak with you personally if I decide to work with you? Yeah, if you book a call, you'll be speaking to me. What's the best supplements to What's the best supplements to use during workouts for fat loss? That's the wrong question because it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Like the supplements that you use will not make a difference in like anything really. They'll make like a 0.001% difference. The most important thing is getting the diet right. So if I do a video, right, and I say, yo, if you want to lose 30 pounds in 3 months, do a protein shake for breakfast, do chicken breast and veggies for lunch, do chicken breast and veggies for dinner, only snack on fruit, do 1 hour of cardio every day, lift weights 4 days a week. If I say that in the video, right, literally, that's all you got to focus on if you're trying to lose weight. If you do that, you will lose weight no matter if you don't take supplements. If you take the supplements will be irrelevant. If you do not change your diet, if you don't do any cardio, and if you don't lift weights, you can take all the supplements in the world and nothing's going to change. So don't even worry about that. Is raw eggs shake up like how Rocky does in movies? I don't understand that question. You don't have to do raw eggs if that's what you're asking. The cinematic view means he's serious about our weight loss, guys. I am serious about your weight loss. I am serious about your weight loss. Oh, man. Is drinking. Matter of fact, you know what? Everybody do me a favor. Comment in the comment section. Just let me know what your goal is. Let me know what your goal is. If I do 2 workouts per day, can I lose the 30 pounds by October? Okay. If you want to lose 30 pounds by October, I'm going to just literally lay out. Matter of fact, Glam Gal, right? Do me a favor. Let me know what protein sources you like. What do you like? Do you like eggs, chicken, steak, turkey? What kind of protein sources do you like? Comment that real quick. Can I do a protein shake some mornings or afternoons instead of egg whites and spinach? Okay, good. So you're telling me that you like protein shakes for breakfast. All right. Yeah, Glam Girl, let me know what you like for breakfast, and I'm going to tell you exactly what to eat. All right, lose 50 pounds by November, lose 20 pounds. Okay. 50 pounds by November. Gotcha. Lose 20 pounds. I lost 18 pounds, but why I'm not losing anymore? Okay. Few reasons. How long have you been stuck with Tara? All right. Glam Girl, I'm not seeing your comment. All right. There's probably a delay on Instagram, so I say things and it just takes probably delayed by like 10, 15 seconds. Okay, so Glam Gal, right? Let me tell you exactly what I want you to do to lose the 30 pounds over the next 3 months. So for you to lose 30 pounds by October, this is exactly what I want you to do, right? You can do a protein shake for breakfast, right? 2 scoops of a protein powder, sugar-free almond milk every single day for breakfast. Every day for lunch, pick a lean meat and eat that with vegetables, right? Weigh out 6 ounces of it. That could be chicken breast, steak, fish, doesn't matter. Eat that with 4 cups of vegetables. For dinner, same thing. 6 ounces of a protein source with 4 cups of vegetables. And if you need a snack, snack on fruit. If you are hungry in between those meals, what I want you to do is instead of just eating 6 ounces of the protein source, eat 8 ounces of the protein source. That'll keep you fuller for longer. Okay. That's number one. If you doing that alone is going to be 90% of the battle. That's going to get you there most of the like. That's the most important thing for you to start doing. If you don't do anything else ever fitness wise, just start eating like that. The second thing is start logging in an hour of cardio every day. I mean, do an hour of cardio every day. In the morning, you can wake up, go to the gym, get on the Stairmaster or the treadmill with an incline up and stay on there for 60 minutes every single morning, 7 days a week. And then finally, you lift weights, do some type of strength training, whether it be with dumbbells or at the gym, 3 days a week. If you do that consistently, I guarantee you'll lose 30 pounds over the next 3 months. All right. NA's genius. Hey there. Wanted to say You are great from Germany. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Protein drink before workout so my body doesn't go into starvation mode after 16-hour fast. Are you asking or are you telling me? Hi, I really appreciate your videos and advice. Thank you so much. I wanted to let you know the work you're doing is greatly appreciated. I feel like you provide real advice, no lies, nothing fake. I appreciate that. Thank you. I ate Dunkin' Donuts and felt guilty. Would it mess up my progress? So you ate Dunkin' Donuts and you feel guilty. Would it mess up your progress? Yeah, it'll slow you down a little bit, but don't dwell on that. Just get right back onto your plan and don't let it happen again. Now you just got to make sure that you understand what your triggers are, and whatever your triggers are, avoid those triggers by any means necessary. Okay, got you. I need you to repeat dinner and after that. All right. So Glam Gal, I got you. So I said for breakfast, do the protein shake with 2 scoops of protein powder and sugar-free almond milk. For lunch, you're going to eat 6 ounces of a lean protein source and 4 cups of vegetables. And then for dinner, you're going to eat 6 ounces of a lean protein source and 4 cups of vegetables. Your lean protein source can be chicken, ground turkey, steak, fish, any one of those. If you are still hungry after eating those meals, that just means instead of eating 6 ounces, you can eat 8 ounces of the lean protein source. And if you want to snack late at night, just snack on some fruit. You're going to be hungry, but just try to fight through that. That's the most important thing that you can do. Next is do 60 minutes of cardio every morning. Go to the gym and log in 60 minutes. Next, lift weights at least 3 days a week. This can be either at home with some dumbbells, or it can be you going to the gym and working out there. All right. Now, everybody that's trying to lose weight can literally follow what I just said. Do the protein shake for breakfast. Do the protein and vegetables for lunch. Do protein and vegetables for dinner. Only snack on fruit. Do 60 minutes of cardio a day. Lift weights 3 days a week. That's the challenge that I have for everybody here. I want you to do that for the next week or the next 3 weeks and watch how much weight you lose. Like, I guarantee you over the next 3 weeks, you're going to lose at least 6 pounds. Are sugar-free sodas or diet sodas total nonsense? You can drink diet sodas and still lose weight. They have 0 calories in them, so they will not stop you from losing weight. So from a fat loss perspective, you can drink as much diet soda as you want, and it's going to have the same effect on you fat loss-wise as drinking water. Now, health-wise, for the people who don't want to drink diet soda because of health reasons, it's not as healthy as water, but fat loss-wise, you can drink as much diet soda as you want. Is having a frozen bag of veggies okay nutritionally versus actual fresh veggies? Yes, frozen veggies are fine. I've actually heard that they have more nutrients because they freeze them and it locks in more nutrients. But Google that, verify that, make sure I know what I'm talking about. How to make muscles from fat? I have my right bicep slightly bigger than the left, and the left tricep slightly bigger than the right. So, one, you cannot turn fat into muscle. You have to lose your body fat, and then you have to build your muscle. You cannot turn fat into muscle. They're 2 totally different tissues. Like, they're the same way you can't turn bone into skin, and you can't turn skin into muscle. You cannot turn fat into muscle. You have to lose your body fat by dieting. Eat the protein and the vegetables only. Cut out all the snacks and the junk food. Just 3 solid meals of a protein and vegetable. Do 60 minutes of cardio a day, and you will lose body fat. And if you want to build your muscle now, you just have to start lifting weights on top of that. Is walking 15 minutes a day okay, or should I walk more? Nah, 15 minutes a day is nothing. Now, let me explain why I say that. It's a good start. If you are a super beginner, like let's say you are like really overweight, you're really heavy, and you can't do anything more than 15 minutes, do the most that you can. But if we're talking about really losing weight and you're just walking outside for 15 minutes a day, that's nothing. I would try to log in at least an hour. All right. Now, I'm not saying it's nothing as to be discouraging, but you can push yourself. Like if I'm working with you and you tell me Oh, I did a 15-minute walk. I'm gonna say, cool. All right. So tomorrow we're gonna shoot for 30. And the ultimate goal is to log in 60 minutes of walking at least. Okay. And I would only push you like that because I want you to win. I want you to really reach your goal. And I got to give you realistic steps that's actually gonna, get you there. And I'd be doing you a disservice if I was to say something like, yeah, 15 minutes a day is cool. Nah, you're not going to see results walking 15 minutes a day. You're not going to get the body you want walking for 15 minutes a day. What's a good snack if you have a sweet tooth? Fruit. All right. Once in a blue moon, I'm talking like once a week, you could probably do like a low calorie ice cream, or you can do a protein bar. If you have discipline, you can do a protein bar every day, or you can do some low calorie ice cream every day. Now, I said once a week because I don't want you to start binge eating and, creating bad habits for yourself. That's why I say fruit, because fruit is not as like addicting as the other stuff is. Like I know some, you find the right protein bar, you be eating 10 protein bars a day, and now you're not losing any weight. Everything you are saying is 100 billion% right. I haven't done any exercise in the last 3 months, but went down from a 5X to a 3X just with nutrition, eating large protein, small fats. Make it happen. I work out in the evening. I will start Sunday. Why don't you start tomorrow? Why don't you start tomorrow morning? I pledge to start Sunday. I accept the challenge. All right. I don't like the whole I'm going to start in a later day. You know what I'm saying? Because fat loss, it's so mental. Like you want to start when the motivation is at its highest. When you let yourself simmer down, like then life starts to creep in, and then like the temptation. I've been doing this for 13 years. And I was just watching a little clip on Instagram about it was this teenager who was 600 pounds. His mom was feeding him like waffles and the Cinnabons. And I'm watching, I'm like, them Cinnabons look pretty good. I had to block the page. I'm like, I don't want to be seeing this delicious food. I don't need that temptation. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to get at is it's so mental. You want to start when the motivation is at its highest. My mom had this beautiful saying. She used to say, Sammy, throw your hat over the wall. Meaning, like, put yourself in a situation where you can't retreat. Like, put yourself in a situation where it's like, okay, I got to do it now. I made the commitment. I put myself in a position where I have to do it. So yeah, throw your hat over the wall. Start today. You know what I'm saying? Go into if you're somebody who's trying to lose weight and you got like snacks and junk food in your kitchen, go to your kitchen right now and throw it away. Just throw it away. If it's not yours and you can't throw it away, I get it. But if it's yours, get rid of it. And that is you really making a pledge saying, I'm serious about this. Is walking 15 minutes a day good enough 3 times a week? So my question for you, Trillionaire Mentor, is how heavy are you? What is your situation? Because if you're like, let's say 400 pounds, or if you're like 70 and, you're like, okay, 15, then I would say, okay. But if you're like 30 or like 25 or 40 or 50, and you're asking if walking 15 minutes a day is acceptable, no, you do way more than that. People call it liquid death, but I love a good Coke Zero. Okay, cool. I had no idea, LOL. I'm too lazy and eat frozen veggies. I guess I'm lazy too then, because that's all I eat, frozen vegetables. I get a bag of frozen veggies. I get a bag of frozen chicken breasts. I put the two together, and that's my meal. Do you weigh your chicken before or after? You weigh it after. Well, I weigh mine after. The advice I give in my videos where I'm saying men do 8 or 9 ounces of chicken breast. Women do 5 or 6 ounces of chicken breast. I'm talking about weighing it after. When I do cardio, I lose fat fast, but get flabby quick. So I'm going to put in weight training like you suggested. Should I follow the 1 pound of protein, 1 gram of protein for every pound of muscle? We're doing 2 hours of cardio a day. Yeah, I like that. Now, if you got a lot of weight to lose, like if you're losing 5 pounds a week, you know, you going, I mean, let's see. I'm going to be careful what I say. Train like you suggested. When I do cardio, I lose fat fast, but get flabby quickly. I don't know. Like, so I've spoken to people that are like, 320 pounds. They're trying to lose 150 pounds. And they say things like that. Like, when I lose weight quickly, like I start getting loose skin and I start to get flabby. So I'm going to start weight training. Here's the thing. When you are like really heavy, you could lose 5 pounds of body fat like a week. You could, but you cannot put on 5 pounds of muscle in a week. You could probably put on like 100 grams of muscle in a week. You like the amount of muscle you can put on in a week is like nothing. You can't even tell the difference. So if you're losing body fat fast, no amount of weight training is going to show a visible difference that quick if you have a lot of weight to lose. So yeah, and if you got to lose over 100 pounds, you might start feeling a little flabby, etc. But it is what it is. Is it possible to do strength training and fat cut at the same time to build muscle and lose fat? Please review my profile. I can't click on your profile from here. It doesn't let me, so I can't do that. Sorry. You should be famous. Keep going, man. Oh, wow. I appreciate that. That was nice. Can you do 15-minute intervals 4 times per day, or does it have to be done in one setting? Yeah, you could. So you can do 15-minute intervals 4 times a day. That's 60 minutes total. That's cool. Are some protein bars? Stop saying BS. All right, I'm not going to read that. Just say, is it nonsense or are they bad? Like, speak proper. I don't talk like that. How long is a proper strength training session? Like an hour? It could be an hour. You could honestly have a legit strength training session that could last 20 minutes or 30 minutes. But an hour is good. 90 minutes can be good as well, too. True, man. I'm tired of rubber banding. I don't even know what that means. LOL, you're hilarious. Bad habits is what gotten us here. LOL. Does it matter if I work out in the morning or in the evening? I have to be at work early. No, it doesn't matter if you work out in the morning or in the evening. You want to make sure that you're actually able to get the workout done. No, so meaning most people have more willpower in the morning. So if they wake up early, they do the hour of cardio, and they work out first, then they do their hour of cardio in the morning. It's done. When they have the most amount of willpower, they prioritized it. Sometimes after work, if you're the type of person who's going to skip your workout because you're tired after work, then, it's better that you wake up early, get it done in the morning. And we're creatures of habit. So just pick a time that's going to be realistic for you. Well said. You start when the motivation is at its highest peak. 1,000%. 1,000%. Because if you even with me, there are decisions that I've made where I know if I would have gave myself 2 days to think about it, I'd have been like, nah, I'm not going to do that. It's not, you kind of let fear take over instead of growth take over. So, when you want to, anytime I've ever started somebody off on a plan, or even for myself, when I started my, weight loss, it was an immediate decision. I was like, I'm starting right now. I want to lose. You know what? I'm throwing away the food and I'm about to go jogging right now. I'm writing up my meal plan right now. You start immediately. Everybody that I've ever seen succeed, they start immediately. Whenever somebody says, oh, I'm going to start on Monday, I'm going to start next month, they've never done it. And I've been doing this for so long. Out of the thousands of people that I've worked with, I've never seen somebody say, hey, I'm going to start next week. I'm going to start on Monday. I'm going to start next month. I've never seen it happen. The people who lose weight, even if it's a client of mine, right, and we have to start Like they start something that day. It's like, all right, I'm gonna start with my diet. I'm starting my cardio. That's the mindset you gotta have. You gotta be like hyper to get started on something. Thank you. Because of your diet guidance, I lost 10 kg in a month. That's crazy. Keep up the good work. Can I walk around my neighborhood or the park for 60 minutes? Yeah, that's a good start. Dang, that's a good motto. What did I say? I made passenger. How much water should I drink? You just want to drink enough water. A good recommendation is however much you weigh, divided by 2 in ounces. So if you weigh 200 pounds, drink 100 ounces. If you weigh 160 pounds, divide 160 by 2 and drink that number in ounces. But just drink enough water. Open it and throw it out so you can't go back and change your mind. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. So if you're new, if you just joined in, I was saying that if you're really serious about losing body fat, go into your kitchen right now, open up the snacks, throw it in the garbage, and that is you declaring, I'm serious about losing body fat. And this time next week, I'm going to be down 3 pounds. Like literally, if I was just starting with fitness and I wanted to lose body fat, get a 6-pack, get in shape, I would go to my kitchen right now. I throw away all the snacks, or the Oreos, or the cereal, or the Doritos, all of it is going in the garbage. The only thing I would buy is I would go to the grocery store. It'd be the next thing, right? I'm going to the grocery store to do grocery shopping. I'm going to buy some egg whites, some vegetables, some chicken breasts, some fruit, and some diet soda because I'm going to want something, I might want something different than water to drink every now and then. And I'm only going to eat egg whites and veggies for breakfast, chicken breasts and veggies for lunch, chicken breasts and veggies for dinner, only snack on fruit, drink the diet soda if I need something sweet at some point in time in the day. I want to start doing 60 minutes of cardio every day, and I'm going to lift weights. But here's the other thing. I'm going to make a schedule for myself. So I'm literally going to plan it into my day. At this time, I go for my cardio. At this time, I eat breakfast. At this time, I lift weights. At this time, I eat lunch. At this time, I eat dinner. And this time, I do my fruit as a snack. I'm going to put it in a schedule. I'm going to plan it out thoroughly, and I'm just going to stick to my plan. Literally. And I know for a fact. And the next thing, I'm going to set a goal for myself for 7 days out. Over the next 7 days, I need to be 3 pounds down. And I'm going to weigh myself every day just to make sure I'm on track. I'm not going to let weekends distract me. I'm not going to let birthday parties distract me. I'm not going to let movies distract me. I'm not going to let friends distract me. Nothing. Oh, hey, Sam, you want to go to the... No. Hey, Sam, no. Grandma, hey, babe, you want to eat this cake? No. You got to say no, not like a question, not like a no. I have a meal plan. I'm not eating that. Like when it's time for me and my wife to lock in, it's like, nah, this is what we're eating. We're not eating that. No. And there's no sympathy. There's no remorse in no, I need to lose 100 pounds. I'm not playing. I'm doing this. This is, you know what I'm saying? You got to have so much conviction in what you're about to get started. There can be no weakness in your resolve. Right? And that's the biggest thing. It's the mindset. How do you feel about chicken in the air fryer? Chicken in the air fryer is cool. I think I've reached a plateau, so I decided to start working out and lifting weights. I already boiled half sweet potato like you suggested. Before, I did 1 bag of 10-ounce frozen veggies with turkey. All right, so if you hit a plateau, it depends on the kind of plateau that you hit. Like if it's just been like a week or so and the weight loss has slowed down, just stay consistent. Give yourself another month. If you've been dieting for like 3 months or 6 months strictly, then you might want to take a diet break. So take 2 weeks where you eat at your calorie maintenance, not junk food, but at calorie maintenance. So you add some more rice, avocado, you eating at maintenance now. Do that for 2 weeks and then go back into your diet. And then you'll see the body fat starts melting off again. All right, let's see. How much fruit can you eat per day? Do like 1 or 2 servings of fruit. You don't want fruit to be the thing that stops you from losing body fat. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've made this mistake before, meaning I'm only eating chicken and broccoli. I'm doing my cardio. I'm doing my workouts, but I'm eating like 10 pounds of grapes at night. And then it's like, oh, wait, I'm not seeing any progress. You don't want fruit to be the thing that's stopping you. So just be responsible. 2 servings of fruit is cool. Oh, my guy, Vic. What's going on, Vic? How you doing? I strength train and do cardio. Cool, cool. Keep it up. Keep it up. Can I have one day a protein shake and the next day a green smoothie? Can I drink Premier protein drink? Yeah, you can. You said do 60 minutes of cardio. Can I do 30 instead of a day? I weigh 145. I have to be careful because I have asthma. Yeah, do 30. Now, you could do 60. You don't got to be running. You can walk, but you could do 30. That's fine. It also depends like on your activity level. Like if you're really sedentary, I would do 30 minutes twice a day. How can we build muscle faster? Creatine, lift weights every day. 2, I'm talking bat wings with just 40 pounds lost. How can we build muscle faster? Oh, get enough sleep. Get enough sleep. I wish I could see, like, I can't see you. You know what I'm saying? I can't really analyze your body and your situation. That would give me a little bit more context. But, for what you said, you lost 40 pounds, right? You're trying to lose more weight. Just stay consistent. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep on losing weight. Be patient. Can I take creatine while trying to lose fat and weight? I'm over 40 and have been told that as we grow old, we lose muscle mass rapidly as the decades add up. I don't really like weightlifting. Okay, so 2 things. Yes, you should be taking creatine while you're trying to lose fat. Creatine will help you keep your muscle while you're losing fat. Next, yes, as you get older, it's easier for you to lose muscle mass. So make sure you're eating enough protein. Like every meal that you eat should have protein on it. If it's a plate, and you're a woman, it needs to have 6 ounces of protein on it. Like it has to. Next, lift weights. I know you don't really like it, but like trick yourself, make yourself fall in love with lifting weights. Oh, oops. I mean, instead of starting over, like rubber, okay, like boomeranging, like starting and stopping, starting and stopping, starting and stopping. This is real advice. You should probably get a coach, get somebody to work with you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, or just make a plan for yourself. Like, create a plan for yourself. I know for a fact, like, my guys ain't gonna be starting and stopping because, like, we plan out every step of the way. Like, all right, this week we dieting, this week we dieting, this week we take a diet break. Next week, you gotta map out a plan for yourself. So you should know what the year is gonna look like for you. You know what I'm saying? You should have a plan for fat loss. Then you should have a plan for maintenance whenever you do need that mental break. Then you have another plan for fat loss. And then you have another plan for maintenance. Once you reach your goal, you're just trying to maintain. You always got to be setting new goals for yourself. You also need a community of people that's going to like motivate you and just keep you keep you locked in the game. Like you really need that. You know what I'm saying? They say birds of a feather flock together. Like you need to be around people that's gonna like sharpen you. Iron sharpens iron. Like the people you hang around, they rub off on you. They influence your decisions. You need to be around fit friends. You need to be in fit communities where like you're constantly getting reminded of what your goals are and what you should be doing, and to set new and higher standards for yourself. And it's not a lot of the stuff that I say, right? There are some people that watch my videos and they learn something new. But there are other people who know this stuff, and these videos serve as a reminder. You know what I'm trying to lose body fat. Oh yeah, chicken breast and veggies. I know what I got to do. Let me do it, and it's a constant reminder. So think heavily about that. Get in a community where you can be constantly like fed and constantly motivated. I have already lost weight. Do good. So on my way to work out. I love it. I have a dinner. I have a dinner party tomorrow at an Italian restaurant. What should I eat? I'm going to give you 2 different answers. I'm going to give you my answer, what I would say to myself if I'm looking in the mirror and I'm like, yo, I got to lose 30 pounds over the next 3 months. Like I need to lose this 30 pounds immediately. I'm going to tell you what I would tell myself. Then I'm also going to give you a more politically correct answer. That'll be nice. What I would tell myself is, all right, tomorrow is the day we're going to this Italian restaurant. I'm doing my hour cardio in the morning. That's the non-negotiable. I'm definitely working out as well. I'm lifting weights and I'm doing my cardio. Breakfast is going to be super boring. Protein powder, 2 scoops of protein powder, and sugar-free almond milk. That's it. Lunch is going to be 9 ounces of chicken breast, mixed veggies. That's it. Before I go to this dinner party, I'm going to eat another small serving of some chicken breast and vegetables before I go. Why am I going to do that? So when I get to this dinner party, I'm not starving. So I'm going to be able to say, nah, I don't want the bread. No, I don't want the fried appetizers and the greasy, cheesy appetizers that you got, because I know that one little piece of thing is going to be 3,000 calories. I'm good on that. And then when it's time for you to order dinner, 2 things. You're going to make a better decision, and you're just not going to be hungry, so you're not going to eat as much, because chances of them having healthy options there are very slim. So I would eat before I go. So when I go there, I don't got to eat as much garbage as I would have otherwise. And then afterwards, I'm not eating dessert there. I'm going to go home and have a protein bar for my dessert. That's what I would do. Now, a more like, a healthy answer mentally might be, just enjoy yourself. Just enjoy yourself. It's one day. Just get back to it tomorrow. Would I do that? No. But could you do that? Yeah, you could. It was what your grandmother or mother said, like, if you were put in a situation where you had no choice but to start now. I forget the exact wording, but it was good motivation. Oh, yeah. I think I was saying something like, oh, do you want this cake? No. Like, you want to go with some people? No. You know what I'm saying? Even the voice got to get a little bit deeper so they know you're serious. Like, no. You know what I'm saying? They got to know, like, yeah, I can't mess with it. Somebody asked, how about alcohol? No. Like, now, in the essence of us being people that are following a plan that's sustainable, can you drink a little bit of alcohol as long as your diet is on point? Yeah. But I'm just looking, I'm envisioning it like this. You're looking in the mirror at yourself. You don't like what you see. You see, like, how you want to look. So we want to do everything in our power to get from where we are to where we want to be. So why mess around? So should I drink alcohol? No. Should I stick to my meal plan? Yes. Should I cheat on my diet? No. Should I put myself around temptation? No. Should I buy cookies? No. Should I buy fruit? Yes. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't, like, that's you shouldn't be drinking alcohol if you're trying to lose weight. In terms of cardio, can I count walking back from the gym, which may take 1.5 hours as a cardio, even though I have to stop at lights? Yeah. I mean, that's cool. Yeah, that ain't bad. You walk 90 minutes to and from the gym? Okay. Is it 60 minutes of cardio 7 days a week? Yes. Yes, exactly. Let's see. You are really good. I have built this mindset. That's what I'm talking about. Keep it up. Work on that mindset. Let's see. Casanova Q. Is that Kwame? I recognize your profile photo. Yeah, Kwame, you've been playing around, man. I'm going to check in and see how you're doing on this challenge. Yo, there was a guy who literally just did the 2-week challenge that I had. He dropped 8 pounds. He dropped 8 pounds in 2 weeks. He did everything perfect. He followed the meal plan perfect. He did the cardio I told him to do perfect. He did the workouts I told him to do perfect. He tracked everything. You know what I'm saying? And from what I saw, I didn't really see you doing much. So if you try to, like, you can do it, but you gotta lock in. Hey, I just got here. Should I completely cut off carbs if I want abs? A realistic answer is you don't got to completely cut out carbs. Should you cut out the carbs? Yeah, you probably should. You could, and you'll be fine. But you could eat like a starchy carb with 1 meal a day. So breakfast and lunch can be no carbs. Dinner, you can have a small amount of carbs. So meaning breakfast might be ground turkey and green beans. Lunch might be ground turkey and green beans. See, it's just a protein and vegetables, no carbs. Dinner can be ground turkey, green beans, a little bit of sweet potato. or a little bit of rice. And pay attention, I'm saying a little bit, not a lot, a little bit. Or you can just cut the carbs out completely if you're really trying to, lean up. Low iron makes it difficult to exercise when exhausted. Okay, so are you taking supplements? You taking medication? What are you doing on that? I just got here. It's that one. Hi, I just started following you, and you are doing great. I appreciate you. Can I do weights after 60 minutes of cardio every day? You should do the weights first and then do the 60 minutes of cardio afterwards. I started a low-calorie diet 2 weeks ago. My scale hasn't moved a bit. I started a low-calorie diet 2 weeks ago. My scale hasn't moved a bit. So your scale hasn't moved at all, and you've been following a diet for 2 weeks. So this got to be the issue. If I know for a fact, if I gave you a meal plan and you followed it exactly as it was laid out, you would have lost weight. If you pick any one of the videos on my page and you follow what I say in those videos, verbatim, word for word, bar for bar, you do every single thing I say do, you'll lose weight. All right. If you try to adjust it and modify it, then I can see how you could not lose weight because you just added too many calories to it. Lost 43 pounds over 2 years. In the last year, I've gained about 20 pounds back, but some is muscle. How can I cut 10 pounds? I work out and live 6 days, have started doing 30 minutes of cardio a day. Diet, tighten up on your diet again. Drop the calories, increase the protein. How do you drop calories while increasing protein? You pull away the fats, you pull away the carbs, not all of it, but you pull away some of the carbs, pull away some of the fats, and you replace that with more protein. So how do we pull away carbs? We take away rice and we add in vegetables, or we take away potatoes, or we take away pasta and we add in more vegetables. Now, vegetables have carbs in them, but they don't have as much as rice does. All right. And it's going to be like just as filling, if not more filling. How do we remove some of the fats? We replace the fatty meats. So we might take away like steak that has a lot of fat on it that you can see, and we replace that steak with a lean cut of steak, like top sirloin steak that has like basically zero fat on it. That's how we do it. Okay, hope that helps. No fat. I want to lose 10 pounds of fat. I want to lose 10 pounds of fat. You want to lose 10 pounds of fat? Let's see. Dang, I wish I could see you guys' pictures, but I can't. So, all right. You want to lose 10 pounds of fat. Diet, cardio, workouts. Diet. What diet should you follow to lose 10 pounds of fat? I'm sorry, but I got to give this disclaimer because what I say is so consistent and it's so repetitive, but I say this for a reason because I know that it's going to work for you. All right. What to do to lose 10 pounds of fat? Do a protein shake for breakfast. Do 6 to 9 ounces of a protein source with vegetables for lunch. Eat the same thing for dinner. Only snack on 1 or 2 servings of fruit if you need a snack. Do 60 minutes of cardio a day. Lift weights 3 days a week. You will lose 10 pounds of fat in like a month. All right. Now, when I say 6 to 9 ounces, for women, do 6 ounces. Larger men do 9 ounces. How much should I expect to pay per hour for a fitness coach? For a personal trainer, the prices vary between like 100 to 150 an hour for a personal trainer. That's like somebody with you on, like hour in person, yada, yada, yada. Online coaches, you could expect to pay anywhere from like 200 to 500 a month for an online coach. Okay, I just did my hour walk feeling good. All right, Stephanie, keep up the good work. I love it. 66 years old, type 2 diabetic. I stand all day at work, need ideas for work. I know I do a lot of steps, feel like it's not enough. So type 2 diabetic, I like the fact that you're on your feet a lot at work. That's cool. I would include 30 minutes of cardio a day if I was you, like maybe go to a gym, get on the bike, do the elliptical. That's going to be easy on the joints. The next thing would be changing up the diet a little bit, especially if you're a diabetic. This is the rule that I would follow. Every plate of food needs to have protein and vegetables on it. And if you are going to have carbs or starches, you should have more protein than starch, and you should have more vegetables than starch. And another thing is just throw away all the snacks. No snacks, no cookies, no sweets, no chocolates, none of that stuff. Throw it away. That stuff is death in a wrapper. I'm glad I found your videos. I was tired of dieting and eating just salads. I find chicken and actual vegetables more filling and enjoyable. Was sick of salads. You know what? I think I'm going to be dropping more like meal ideas, because even realistically, I don't just eat chicken breasts and veggies. I eat it a lot, like 90% of the time. But there's some days when I'm just like, I tell my wife, I'm like, oh, babe, I don't want chicken today. Like, I need something else. Let's do burgers. So I'll make 3 burgers for myself, and I'll use low calorie buns on each burger, and I'll do that with a side of veggies. Or like last night, I had chicken breast and veggies, but I added in a little bit of steak to it just to give it some variety, you know. Or some days we might do ground turkey meatballs with some veggies. So I'm going to be posting more meal ideas just to show that you can have some variety, because I know what it's like when you like, man, I don't feel like doing this chicken today. I learned a lot from you. Thank you so much. You're very welcome, Alicia. I appreciate you. Thank you. If I don't have access to weights, will I continue losing weight by doing cardio? Yes, you will continue to lose weight by doing cardio, but you should be lifting weights or doing some type of strength training so you can build muscle. So buy some dumbbells or get a gym membership. It is worth the investment. Love your mom saying, throw your hat over the fence. She said, throw your hat over the wall. Yeah, I'm going to tell you said that. She was saying, hey, throw your hat over the wall. I was like, what does that mean? Well, you throw your hat over the wall, you got to go get it. So it was like, you know, you throw your hat over the wall. And I was like, I said it. Now I got to commit to it. Rice versus quinoa, they're both the same. What days and times do you go live? I'll be going live around this time. Yeah, around this time. Like every day. I'll be going live every day around this time. Now I alternate. So I go live here around this time today. Tomorrow it's going to be on the other platform. Then the next day it's going to be here. So it'll be like every other day. Unless I get another camera. Bro, I love your advice. You're straight to the point. I appreciate that. I appreciate you giving us your free time and for all the advice. Please keep doing what you're doing for us who are trying to lose weight and get healthy. You will be blessed for all that you do. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. Bro spit facts, but you only need to watch one of his videos because he says to eat vegetables and chicken breast every video, which is the truest thing ever. I don't say chicken and veggies every video. Sometimes I switch it up. Sometimes I say protein and veggies. A matter of fact, I get what you're saying though. Can 10K steps a day? Can 10 to 15K steps a day create a deficit? Yes, it can, as long as you are controlling what you're eating. Yo, your profile name is crazy. Why would you have a profile named this? Love it 39. That's crazy. I'm trying to just build muscle. So if you're trying to just build muscle, eat enough protein and lift weights. Every plate of food that you eat should have 6 ounces of protein on it. If you're a woman, if you're a man, every plate should have 9 ounces of protein on it. To keep it simple, an example could be for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner, women should have 6 ounces of chicken breast on that plate. Men should have 9 ounces of chicken breast on that plate. Now, it don't just got to be chicken breast. It can be any protein source. Just giving you an example. Next, lift weights hard 3 days a week. Okay. Yeah, I'm focused on fat loss here. Fat loss and building muscle. I'm not really touching on the other stuff right now. I was 230, dropped all the way down to 188 from 2023, then went back to 199. I think I'm in a plateau. I didn't really exercise. I mostly did steps. Everything is in my belly, like I am proportional. Okay, so you just got a lot of belly fat, you're saying. That just means you got to lose more weight. If right now you are 200 pounds and you have a belly, you just got to lose weight. Drop another 20 pounds, drop another 25 pounds. It'll be good. Now, the way that you're able to lose weight and keep it off is by making this a lifestyle. So what I mean by that is, to this day, like, even what I did to lose weight is I was doing 2 hours of cardio a day. I was only eating chicken and lettuce twice a day. Right now I want to make this just lifestyle. To this day, I still eat protein and veggies 90% of the time. Every now and then I add in carbs in moderation. I'm still doing an hour of cardio every day. Like, it's a lifestyle. Every day I gotta get in like 60 minutes of some form of physical activity. Like, I got to, that's like a bare necessity. I can never go out to eat or, go to or fix a plate of food and just have carbs on the plate. I'm just not going to do that. That's crazy. It has to have a protein, vegetables, and the carbs got to be there in moderation. These are lifestyle thoughts now. This is not diet. This is just what I do. So once you think like that, you'll be able to lose the weight and keep it off just by making these rules, like these rules that you follow for life. All right, we've been on for about an hour and 36 minutes, which is crazy. Should you avoid clubs and go out with friends? Man, if I'm putting myself in your shoes, it depends on your situation. Like, if you're really overweight and you're trying to lose a lot of weight and change your life, then yeah, you need to, yeah. Like, in my brain, right, there are 2 types of answers that I'm trying to give. What's the answer that I would give to you in private versus in public? And I'm trying to give you the answer that I would give to you in private. And the answer that I would give to you in private, without fear of sounding crazy, would be like, do whatever you got to do to reach your goal. Don't put yourself around any temptation, or like, why are you going out to clubs when you're going to feel like eating just so you could cheat on your diet? Why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, is this important to you or is it not important to you? I remember being heavy. It was extremely important that I lost the weight. So I was willing to do whatever it took to lose the weight. You know what I'm saying? So if this is a priority for you, like, imagine what would it look like if you could look in the mirror and see exactly what you want to see. I mean, the 6-pack, the body, the curves, whatever your goal is. Imagine you can look in the mirror and see exactly what you want to see. Is that not worth it? Like, is it not worth it to stop going to clubs? Is it not worth it to stop drinking alcohol? Is it not worth it to meal prep your food and change your lifestyle up? To me, it is. And the people that I see that get great results, they just want it. Like, they want it, and they're willing to do whatever it takes to get it. Well, if you come in thinking, oh, I could just, all right, good luck. I work 10 hours a day at a desk job, and you're a mom. Okay, so meal plan, control what you eat. Control what you eat is number one. Try to do as much cardio as you can. You probably can't do 60 minutes, do 30 minutes, but do what you can. What is the best brand of protein powder for protein shakes? I like Gold Standard Whey. That's a good one. Greek yogurt is fine, like the Oikos brand. Personally, I hate Greek yogurt. Just got to throw that out there. So I don't know how they taste or anything. I hate them all. I'm overweight. What is best, HIIT or lifting weights? So if you're overweight, doing steady state cardio is going to be better than doing HIIT. Doing steady state cardio and lifting weights and dieting is going to be what you should do. You don't even ever have to do HIIT. HIIT has benefits. It'd be cool if you fit it in twice a week, but not necessarily for weight loss, but just because it makes you fitter functional wise. Like, you're able to move better. It puts you through movements that you probably haven't done since you was a kid, like a burpee, running. Like, so HIIT is good in that regard. Are you on YouTube? Yes, I am. I'm live on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube right now. I do jasmine rice once every 2 days. Okay, that's fine. What's the 2-week challenge? Oh, I'm not doing that right now, but the 2-week challenge was 2 weeks of free one-on-one fitness coaching. And the goal was to see, like, could you reach whatever your 2-week goal was? Some people said, I want to lose 8 pounds. Some people said they want to lose 6, but that was like the average goal, between 8 and 6 pounds. And the goal was, you got to follow the meal plan. You got to check in with the coach every day, and you just got to run the steps. Is thighs good to eat? Yeah, chicken thighs is good to eat. Yo, is walking okay? Well, yo, is walking a mile every day good to lose body fat and lift weights? I go to the gym. I'm 172 and I'm 5'4". Is walking a mile every day good to lose body fat? Walking a mile is okay. I would try to do more than that. I try to walk at least 2 miles, but that's good. And I like you have it in a routine. You lift weights and you walk a mile. That's cool. What's your diet like? You're 172, 5'4". So I'm guessing you want to lose around 30 pounds. What does your diet look like? That's where you should be focusing most of your attention on. Will training like a bodybuilder slow me down in terms of running and throwing punches and kicks? Um, nah, it won't. As long as you keep on running, as long as you keep on training, you'll be fine. You'll get stronger and you won't lose speed as long as you stay with it. But if you stop your training, like if you stop sparring, if you stop running, if you stop your conditioning, and you just train like a bodybuilder, then yeah, it'll definitely slow you down. Now, you shouldn't be aiming to get super big regardless, but yeah. Let's see. Wow, we've been live for a minute. Every time I go on vacation, I put on weight and struggle to lose it. Yeah, I mean, that's because most of the time when we go on vacation, we've been told, oh, it's vacation, enjoy yourself. When I go on vacation, I don't just enjoy it. Like I got a client now, right? He's very lean now. Like he's looking amazing. He'll be done with his cut in 2 weeks. Then he's going on a vacation. He told me, he was like, yo, tell me whatever I got to do on vacation to maintain my progress because I don't want to, like, I'm not going to waste my progress on this vacation. I was like, cool. So we're going to keep on doing the cardio. We're going to keep breakfast and lunch strict. And we're going to monitor the amount of calories that we eat for dinner. You know, just be responsible on vacation. Like, have some rules for yourself. And also on vacation, try to be as active as possible. So all the excursions that you do, just try to be on your feet as much as you can. Last year, I used to weigh 300 pounds. I've seen your videos, and I currently weigh 220 pounds. That's crazy. That is phenomenal. I love it. Let me take a picture of that. Let's see. Is lemon water a fat burner? No. I'm going to start going to the gym today since I've been playing. I'm going to start going to the gym today since I've been paying the membership since January and haven't gone. Yeah, go. My mom is 5'9", 240 pounds and 50. How can I help her? What steps should I start with her? So you can either start with diet. I would start with diet, number one. The rules that I would give her is protein and a lean a lean protein and a vegetable for every meal. Only do carbs with 1 meal a day. So tell her, and she needs to have a plan. So she should know, what am I going to eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Breakfast, she might want to do some egg whites and some turkey bacon and let's say half an avocado. All right. Lunch, it might be ground turkey and vegetables. Dinner might be ground turkey and vegetables again. Maybe you can add in a cup of rice with the dinner. And she just follows that meal plan every single day for the next 3 weeks. Once she masters that, then she can start finding a replacement meal for breakfast and lunch and dinner. But start simple and just like start there. The next thing would be starting to incorporate some more cardio. Once again, this needs to be put into a plan. We need to know, Mom, at this time, we're going to walk. At this time, we eat this for breakfast. At this time, we eat this for lunch. It needs to be put into a plan where you know exactly what you're going to be doing. All right, everybody. So I'm about to get out of here. I appreciate you guys for rocking with me for this long. I truly appreciate it. I hope this advice helps you out. Now, if you need a meal plan and a workout plan, I have stuff on my fitness app. It's $10 a year, but it's meal plans that you can just follow on your own, workout plans you can follow on your own. If you need accountability and if you need structure and if you need just like motivation and a custom plan and you want to work with somebody, if you can DM me the word coach if you're on Instagram for fitness coaching. If you are here on Facebook or YouTube, I'm going to drop the link for you to fill out so we can get on a call today for fitness coaching. Just give me 1 second. see if I can find this link. Here we go. All righty. But other than that, peace out. I'm about to get out of here. We're going to run it for another like 10, 15 seconds. See if we have any final questions. If your time, I think it'd be good for you to show him his video so she sees it. Oh, yeah, Jalen. That's really good. Trader890 said, I wish I could see your names too. Said, show your mom my videos. Yeah, show her the videos. You're very welcome, Fit Mama 50. All right. We logging off in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Oh, man, I got caught up with this last question. Hold on. Today at the gym was my cardio day, and I did 30 minutes on the treadmill. I pushed myself to do 10 minutes on the Stairmaster, and I did my cool down for 20 minutes on the bike. Is that a good workout for cardio? Also, do 3 days a week. Weightlifting. I love it. Yes, that is great, Crystal Kilmer. That is amazing. I love that. Great job. Okay. Well, peace out, everybody.